What's going on, family? What's going on? In today's edition of Bold Soldiers, we're gonna talk about Jamaica. Man, well, first let me say this before I even begin the video. Let me say this, man. That Kim and Chris Bacot, I gotta give y'all all the props in the world because that hotel that y'all had us in was bananas. It was, bruh. When I say that hotel was crazy, bruh, I, it it felt like Greek mythology when you like Zeus and all them on Mount Olympus, and you would imagine the pillars and the white stone pillars like a cathedral almost. That's what we were staying in. We were staying in something like that. It was when I say this it's they say it was the biggest pool in Jamaica. The biggest pool in Jamaica. Now, Jamaica has resort after resort after resort, high end, low end, whatever end. The biggest pool. It was sick. Look, you could not swim across it. The pool was ridiculous. It was it was it was almost off-putting. It was almost upsetting to look at it like, man, that motherfucker look dangerous. And I'm not y'all gotta understand. Where we stayed in Jamaica, it's called the Grand Palladium. The Grand freaking Palladium. That gives you some kind of idea of what type of architecture that we're talking about. It was ridiculous. It was like the Greek god. I was like, man, I can see Zeus walking through this door. That's how high the ceilings were. It was absolutely ridiculous. That hotel. I think the whole time I was there, I kept saying, man, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I would get up in the morning and walk out the room. Now listen, look, full disclaimer now, I gotta say now, just, the rooms, yeah, they could have, wiped around a little bit. They could have did a better job. So don't think you're gonna see any room pictures. I'm just gonna put that out there. You might not see any. I wasn't gonna post them, but yeah, it served its purpose well. It really did. So I can I can say that it served its purpose. But hotels like that are not. I don't think they're built for you to stay in the room per se. I think it's built to see the sights and the scenery and just to see everything. And so, man, so I'm walking around saying, it's beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. And it got to the point where I'm like, all right, you got to find another word to use instead of saying beautiful, because it's just, but I mean, it was jaw drop. You would walk around the corner and look like, and I was like, it was so high that I was like, man, how would they dust it? Stupid questions you think, say when whatever, you think of dumb stuff. So I'm like, man, how do they watch those ceilings? Because those are super high. I couldn't do it. I'm putting myself in thinking about stuff like that. And meanwhile, everybody's walking around doing their thing. I'm thinking, just contemplating just, what I'm saying, the man hours that was involved in building this. Like, I wonder how many years it took, or, what I'm saying, or what is this, new, I don't, man, anyway. But the Grand Palladium, man. And so we up in that piece, and I'm not gonna tell the whole story because it'll be 5 hours long, and that's just unheard of. But I could break that record. I could break a 5-hour video. Now I don't know if you'll watch that mug. I don't know if they ever post it, but I probably could break that, man. But anyway, we get there, and the first thing we get there, and a doggone bucket list of mine. Now this is I don't know how people feel about this, but I just wanted this to happen to me one time. We walk around the corner, and we soon we get off the plane, we get rushed. We getting rushed, and we sitting there looking like, and Keisha and I, we move at our own speed. We take our time. You know what I'm saying? Because we try to save a little energy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is our first time really moving around since everything that has happened. So we getting rushed off the plane, and they say, okay, you get here, follow her, and we hit a corner in the airport, and I see a chick. I'm sorry, baby, but she was a woman, and she had a sign that said Alan and Keisha Brown. I'm like, oh, like that? That's in the airport. In the airport, that's what type of time we on. We already on that type of time at the airport. So, so she put the sign. If you're not catching that, that's to me that's some of the dopest I've ever seen for me personally. To not, what I'm saying, to be, whatever who I am or whatever, the most humble person in the world. That was just so dope to me. That little sign with my name on it, me and my wife's name on it. And she's like, right this way. And we following her. We going through cut. And when I say y'all, I've been to Jamaica before. We've been to Jamaica before. But the customs line is one of the things that stops a lot of people from going to Jamaica. Seriously, because it can be overwhelming. And it's like we stood in that line to where they didn't have any fans working. And people were, at the point of passing out. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad them custom lines be. So I know a lot of people was like, man, I'm not going to go back. Or people with, health or something like that would say, I'm not going back because of that custom line. It could be a lot for, the first person who's going or the person with breathing issues or whatever. And so we've been there when it was sweltering and the fans were working and stuff like that. And we stood in that line. It was like almost an amusement park line. But anyway, so she got the ooh out, like, yo, come get me or whatever, come this way. So we following her and we rolling out and we have no idea what's going on. But all we know is that everybody in that dog my custom line is shooting us dirty ass. And it hurt my heart. That it was mainly our own people that was us this about. I'm sorry. But listen, we didn't know we had all this. We didn't know that. But for this to be our first trip outside, because my big sister said, it's time to go back outside. So we outside. And so for us to be on that type of time, it was hilariously wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was funny, but I guess it was, I don't know. It wasn't wrong. It wasn't wrong because whatever. So and I'll break it down why all this is happening. But so we zooming through, and we're like, man, what is this about? And so I'm coming around the corner, and I got my foot back. And she going fast, and we short, and she a little taller than us. So I'm like, I gotta catch up with her. I'm like, come on, baby. And so we try to get through the thing. And so I hit a corner. Wow. Dr. Shit, I saw it. Bro. I knocked somebody block off with that book bag out of my back. Because I have my speaker. I have my big speaker, my boom box, because I know Jamaica, you put the music on, they don't really be tripping. And so I have my boom box, so whoever was behind me on the day that I went to Jamaica going through the airport, I'm sorry. Listen, I got to hurry up. I want to make this a long video. So, but I knocked the shit out of her. I think it was, I don't know if it was lady or not. I really don't. But I knocked somebody, it was like, bang, and I kept going. So, listen. So she's going because I'm trying to make sure I can see it. And so she's going through. We finally catch up with her. And she's like, okay, put your passports in and do all this other stuff. And we was like, okay, we still don't know what's going on. But we like, We don't like, putting our passports in. And we've done before with the machine, all that stuff before. So, I don't think that was the issue. It was just, it was like a rush or whatever. We didn't really understand. Well, I didn't. Personally, I didn't understand what was going on at that time. And so, put our passports in, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we get a sign and a ticket. And she started hauling but again. Once we get straight, she started hauling but again. Get to the end of it, man, we walk into a damn, oh, man, when I say this lounge is plush, and it's called the Mobay Lounge in Jamaica in the airport. It looks like it's a cocktail bar. It's like a upscale, like a swag. I mean, as soon as we walk in, okay, what would you like to drink? Here's your menu, order whatever you want. Get whatever you want on the menu. If there's something else that you would want, feel free to ask, and we will try to accommodate you. Come on, bro. Really? And this is happening in the airport. I jumped the gun in the beginning of the video telling you about the hotel. I'm so excited about the damn hotel. But this is happening in the airport. This is the type of time we on in the airport. So I'm like, okay. So we in this. Now listen, I've been to stuff like this before. Not like this, but I've been to stuff where, listen, you pay a couple of dollars to get up in there. And it's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But you're paying more for the experience than the food and, what have you. But man, when I say it was, for me, I'm like, oh my God, this is what I needed. I needed this. I didn't know how bad I needed it till I was experiencing it. I was like, oh my God, I needed this. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be a part of something like this. Thank you for allowing me to experience this with people who just got nothing but love for each other. Just respect, honor, the whole nine. Just, man, but anyway, so I'm in the lounge and we kick back, chilling or whatever, we drink or whatever. And I guess where we booked or whatever. It was like we booked a little too late because it was like they took a bus. Everybody got on a bus, but with us, I guess I don't know how the booking worked or whatever, but long story short, we couldn't get on the bus. There was two couples that couldn't get on the bus, but they had accommodations for us. Private drivers, private, and one couple had a driver. Yo, my brother Kid and my sister Tiff, man, look, it was like we was talking to them, Keisha and I, and we was asking them about the trip from the airport. And Tiffany was, from when you meet somebody, you think instantly, prim, proper, or whatever, just by whatever. And she was like, damn, that driver drove fast. And I was like, oh, snap. I was like, damn. I was like, because at first I was going to start calling her Tiffany. But when she did that, I was like, oh, shit, Tiff. What? I was like, girl. She was like, listen. She said our driver was going Mach 10. I was like that. She was like, you don't understand. You just don't understand how fast that dude was going. She was like, we like to lost our lives before we got to it. When Tim hit me with that, I started running around the hotel. I was like, oh shit. We like to lost our life. I was like, damn. She was like, bruh, he was rolling. I was like, shit. But what made it so funny was, that's what me and Keisha was going to hit them with when we seen them. We was like, yo, these jokers, listen, y'all, listen, y'all. I like to drive fast. I do. I do. I did. I did. I don't do it no more. But I did. And so these jokers was going so damn fast where I had to put my head down and be like, you know what? I'm just not gonna look anymore. Cause I'm not understanding how a damn Toyota Camry can do the things that it's doing. This dude, listen, so the first trip to the airport, and I'm jumping around, but I'm gonna get through it all. And the first trip to get to the airport, from the airport to the resort, we he stopped off. We stopped off. We had to go pick up stuff. Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to stop off and got us straight or whatever. So we rolled. We kept riding, and this dude, man, is talking to us, and we now, mind you, before you get in the car, mandatory. Let me go all the way back. Jamaica ain't playing with this nonsense. They not playing. We was talking to the dude that was taking us, and he was like, "Yo," taking us to the resort, the one I was just talking about, and he was like, "Yo, you don't have to get the vaccination, but if you want to eat, you get the vaccination. If you want to eat, you get the vaccination." So, and while we was there, before you get in the car, squirt, rub, mask. Not playing. No deviation. Coming home, we was getting into the airport, walking into the airport, and it was a dude, big European dude, and he was like, "I'm allergic to antibacterial spray. I'm allergic to it. I'm allergic." And she was like, "Sir, I understand, but in order to get into the airport, you will allow me to spray your hands." And he was like, "Well, hey, what is it? What is it?" And she was like, "Hey, I don't know, but you have to get your hands sprayed." And he was like, "All right." And he got his hands sprayed and got on through. She was not. Hey, look, they not playing with this nonsense at all. But so the ride, so he took us there, and so while he's driving, he's explaining this stuff to me, and he's turning back, looking at me, and I'm like, "Man, okay, let's stop talking so you can go ahead and finish driving." He stopped pointing out landmarks, and I'm like, he's like, "Zoom," and that's up there is with the new apartments, and let's zoom. I mean, I got videos. I don't know. I'm supposed to be probably TikTok. I don't know, but I got videos of us in the car going Mach 11. We were flying. I was like, "Man, why are we not lifting off?" Listen, and them dudes with ease, and so. It's definitely it's a doozy ride with them. But so we pull up to the hotel, and I'm looking at it like, man, this thing's bananas. Just curb appeal on pulling up. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. It's like humongous. It's like. It's almost, how can I put it to words? How huge this place is. Listen, y'all, look, y'all know, is it Drake? No, I don't think Drake. I mean, I seen his house, the embassy on one of these sites or whatever, and it's bananas, but Drake's have high ceilings. But, excuse me, I don't think I've ever seen ceilings this high. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and the people there are so friendly, so helpful, whatever. So we parlayed in the pool a couple of times or whatever, but we decided to take a excursion. So we some people wanted to do the fishing, and some people want to do the catamaran and the four-wheel or whatever. But we decided to do the catamaran and a boat, man, and we get in the van. The couple decided to go, whatever, and instantly, Mach I want to say about Mach. He wasn't that fast a driver, so I say about a good Mach 9, 9.5. That's how fast we was going in a bus. Yep. In a bus. In a bus. In a bus. We was going about Mach 9. Listen. Listen when I say, though my brothers from another mother, I give them their credit. They will do great in NASCAR, any type of racing, Indy. Listen, I've never been. No, I've never been. I haven't been all the way around the world. I've been a lot of places, and I've seen a lot of drivers and looked at the trends and and all this other stuff. Whatever. Haven't driven a lot of places because I didn't have a desire to do that because I don't know the road, whatever. But the car, the equipment, whatever it is, and that's maybe it's a cop out, maybe it's not, but I choose not to. But just looking at the stuff, look at how fast they're going. It's like it's a sixth sense for them, and it's like it comes like second nature to them. I guess when they watch their fathers' drives and so on and so forth, and get passed down. But the ones who I see on the road and they'll cut each other off, blow the horn, and it's not a life-threatening thing. It's not, I'm gonna follow you and take you out because you blew your horn at me. It's not though, I'm gonna F you off and go drive around you and brake check you, and maybe you got kids in your car, maybe I got kids in my car, but we so pissed at each other that we not thinking that we, that we not looking at the consequences of our actions, and we gonna go, that next level and keep on going and going till we both crash. Come on, dude. It's not time for that. So we get to the spot, and the spot is just to do all this four-wheeling ATV and the catamaran, and I didn't finish the story about the Mobay. The story about the Mobay and the bar and grill is that she booked it. She booked all this for us without. She was like, "Yo, she I want y'all to get on through." So y'all said, "Yo, I got this for you if y'all want to do." So we yes, and we and it wasn't like, oh my God, we paid all this money for this, but just to have that experience, to be treated, like you're somebody. Even though we all know come on now. We all know who we are. Everybody is, We know who we are. But just to experience that form of luxury, and think about my brothers from another mother and my sisters who probably have never experienced something like that or will never. And not saying that that's the big deal, but it's a big deal to me. Now, it may not be a big deal for them, but it's a big deal for me. But for me to experience, for the ones who want to experience, I can go back now and tell them like, yo, it's a dope experience. It makes a difference when you travel. It makes a difference when you interacting with people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not a classism thing or anything like that, but you get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? And I believe as a culture, Jamaican culture, understand that if you pay for something, they're going to give you that experience. They're going to give you that service to the best of their ability. I've never had a problem with anyone in regards to that. They always stood on principle. I never had to go back and blow back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with, when I would come to that country. They always were principled people. And so for that to transport and take place with my queen, and for me not knowing, I don't know if she knew about it or not, but for me not knowing, it was just, I said, oh, we on that type of time now. I get it. That's why I brought my Sunday best. I was like, listen, I was ready for whatever. And I had this stuff had already been planned. And so it was like, we was locked in. And it got to the point to where, I was like, man, I'm not. And then I was like, yo, I gotta go. I have to. It's imperative that I go and and just get away and just move, just see how the trees sway in the wind differently from where I'm standing. Just something minute as that. I'm just kidding, but I'm just trying to just paint a picture for you, so if you allow me to. But it's like seeing the waves on the rocks. It's just like it's something when you out the country seeing it. It's something when you looking at the birds and how they're different from the ones in the States, and you seeing the coconut in the damn tree, and the man climb up and go, hey, what you want? And he chop that thing up, and come on, man, off the tree. You know it's real. This ain't no process, nothing. I'm getting this from the land. Come on. And so I'm like, we on that type of time? Broski, we on that type of time? And so when we got there, it was it just was a different experience, man. It was a different experience. It's a different way of life. And then the brothers and sisters that we roll with, when I say that I was able to chop it up with them, and wife was able to chop it up with them, and just be, what I'm saying, transparent, like, yo, a brother gonna be moving a little differently, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm I'm on that other stuff temporarily, but understand, that it's no drama, nothing like that or whatever. And my brother Chris was like, say less. And everybody, that's everybody, you know what I'm saying? With the Queen, Keisha, baby girl, it was just man. And she had the dog on. She had it on. I had it on, and we just, man, I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. We got to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Big sister's like, yo, you can go outside, little bro. Trey was like, hey, Sean, you can go outside. Go outside. It's time to go outside. So I was like, man, I'm going outside. I'm going. And it was nice, man. Now you gotta jump through some hoops for the plane tickets and all that. And you gotta jump through some hoops for the plane tickets and stuff like that or whatever. But getting the tests and all that other stuff that we got to do. So but I mean, it's worth it, man. Especially when you're getting out the country, getting away from problems, getting away from things, and you got different versions of things, and but people's perception is their reality. So if they perceive a thing and they see a thing and it's exactly how they perceive it, there's nothing you can do to change that, because this is how they perceive something. And so you can try as you might to say, hey, no, that's not it. What you're looking at, what you're seeing, that's not it. That's not even half of what type of time you're on. And you've been doing this for years and years and years and years and years. And it's always been like, whatever. How foolish would you be to continue on down that path? Because what they perceive is what they believe. Their perception is their reality. So I can't change it for nobody. It happens to the best of us. It happens to people, and my job is just to be there when the real reality shows up. When it's black and white that this is not it. It's never been it. It was just that it becomes a point to where you gotta say, hey, it's either my mental health and my life, or allow the transgression to keep occurring and not allow it to be, not to correct it. So it's a powerful thing, man, and I'm looking forward to the day when we're just not allow the enemy to live in our minds and our hearts rent free. And until that happens, man, I don't know, as an individual, I have to do what's best for who God has given me. And if I didn't do that, what type of individual would I be? What type of man would I be? Would I be a man that's a hypocrite, or would I be the man who God called me to be? A man of my word, a man that stands up in the face of any adversity, foreign or domestic, and still continue on being who God called him to be. That there's nothing that will take that away from me, no matter how anything or anyone would try to do. I will always be a man of God, not more, not less. And for anybody to think otherwise, it would be a foolish. It would be foolish for you. It would be foolish for you. Listen, it's y'all know my history. I've said it all. Well, not all of it. There's more stuff that's happened in my life that He has kept me right here, and never once has He ever failed me or give me a reason to believe that my belief system and what I believe in is not absolutely correct, and that we're the heads and not the tails. We're above and not below, and that we were created in His image. His image. You know how powerful that is? We were created in His image. The best thing, the perfect thing in the world, the most perfect thing you'll ever think of. We created in that. What? So Jamaica was great. Jamaica. Let me stop. I wish I could sing. Um, it was hilarious. But let me hit this real quick. So we get on the boat. We get on. We do the ATVs and sitting in the swings. And it's pictures all over Facebook. Keish put up. I think she put up most of the pictures and stuff like that. But it's still some more. I got some on my phone too. And I had a. That's another story. I'm saying that with you. What I got. 30 minutes. All right, hold on, y'all. So we get on the boat. Just rock with me. We get on the boat. It's a catamaran. This thing is huge. It's freaking. It's a monster catamaran. We got two, I guess, pontoons or whatever. I'm not a boat guy. I think they're pontoons, but two huge ones, a cloth thing in the middle, and a big sail thing or whatever with a mast. But it wasn't. It was powered, so. I don't know. No, the sail wasn't even up though. The sail wasn't up, so it was under this power or whatever. And as we walked up to the boat, they got the little speed boats that you could drive, and it's like go-karts for the water. And when I say these things, I still haven't been on one yet because I'm a little scared to get on. Man, they white. If somebody has been on one of them things, please let me know. Because them things are like darts. I've seen them, and I was like, man, I want to do one. I'm like, I'm a little scared. I might flip that mud because they are fast. So, I mean, at least the ones I see. Now, maybe it's because I was on the shore and they were way out there. They look, with the depth perception. I don't know, but they seem fast. And so I'm walking up to them, and I'm looking at them like, oh man, those are so dope. Those are dope, and I'm filming because I'm about to be putting my stuff on the gram. I know my kids hate this. Yeah, I'm gonna be Snapchatting. Snapchat. Is that it? Snapchat? But anyway, TikTok and all that other stuff. But so I'm filming like, man, this would be a dope rap video. So I'm thinking about the raps that I'm gonna do. I'm just kidding. Stay tuned. I'm just kidding. But you never know. Anyway, we get on the boat. And now, when we sitting there, we sit, I'm jumping. It was an infinity pool there. We got an infinity pool, but I'm jumping. I'm jumping. So we all sitting there waiting for the catamaran to come. We got out the infinity pool. The infinity pool is bananas, but I gotta get to this. It's bananas. Bananas. I got pictures of that. It's bananas. It's stupid. It's stupid. Hey, listen. It's stupid. Infinity pool. Stupid. Looks like it goes to, y'all know, to the water, ocean, whatever. But anyway, so we all sitting up under like a cool tropical breeze, like thatched hut. I hope you're listening. We sit up under like a hut with like bamboo trees and thatched, and birds is up in there, and they got nests up in there. It's so damn tropical. It's just ridiculous. I'm like, listen, I'm like, man, I really don't even want to get on the boat no more. I want to go back to the room. Because it's like that. It's like, man, yo. So they we sit up under this little hut, thatched hut, and this big cocky 7-Eleven dude is walking. This king, this king and his queen. This king and his queen, he walking. And so we all instantly, because we see this big. Now we with this dude, my brother Craig Thompson, and he's huge. He's huge. But this dude is huge too. So he see us all looking at him, and so he got his queen beside him, and he walking, and it's like a step up. And we heard the boat coming, because that's how hard they were partying. We heard the boat. Oh, when we was in the infinity pool, we could hear the boat partying. They was partying for almost an hour before we got to our ride. We had the last ride of the day, but still, we made we made do. We did what we had to do, and so we heard the boat coming. So they were getting it. I want to say that in. They were getting it in. They stood on the porch. We sat in our chairs after the incident, but we sat in our chairs for another 30 minutes while they were still partying on the boat. They wouldn't leave the boat. But okay, back to the incident. So Pimp Daddy sees us and turn it all the way upside, trying to, pop his chest, walk in, and everybody looking like, okay, all right. You must got the vaccination. We got it too, so we feel just like you feel. But anyway, did I say that? But anyway, so he trying to pop, and he popping so hard, this joker lift his foot up and hit one of the little piece of the curb. Then this ninja proceeded to fall in fucking slow motion. And this thing was like, whoa. And we up on that motherfucker. We on that motherfucker. Oh, everybody's instant. And my family know I'm the rapist. So I caught it. And I'm witnessing it with her. And I was like, oh shit. This motherfucker. And he tumbled for a good look. I want to say okay, I'm gonna put it this way. There was a passage of time that took place. I'm not gonna say put it in minutes. I'm not gonna put it nanoseconds, seconds. You just use your own judgment. I said he fell in slow motion. slow, because that's how long it took him to hit the ground. And it was like one of them. Listen. And so we was on coach, and my boy Craig was like, y'all, Craig, Craig hollers out. Craig hollers out. Y'all can't laugh till you get through fall. No, y'all can't laugh till we make sure you're okay. When I say we are up there, we are crying. We are seriously crying, laughing at this fool talking about make sure he okay before you start laughing. We in that mug rolling, and no one, not one of us, not one of us, not one of us moved a muscle to go help that man. Listen, I was crying. I got up it was a bench, and I had to take a run. I took a job. I took a lap. I was like, I can't believe this shit just happened in front of us. We just seen this dude crash and burn. And been so before my brother gets up, or his wife, I was like, Alan, you've been laughing the whole time. And my boy Craig is a former football player. I was like, bro, you got my back. Cause this is big. He was like, I got you, big dog. I was like, man. I was like, bro, you lost your I'm done, man. I'm done. And that's the type of time we was on this whole vacation. When I say we laughed so much, me and my brother Barry, Chris, Fonz, please, bro, forgive me. I'm sorry for forgetting your name. You and your lovely wife. God, please help me remember their names. And I hope they remember mine too. I'm sorry. I can look at y'all and see y'all. But Javon and Jada and Fonz and his wife, just everybody who was there, and the kids. It's oh my God, it was a lovely experience just being there. So we in the boat. We get to the boat. Jump back to the boat. I'm at 43. We jump back to the boat, and so it's the last boat of the day. So since it's the last boat of the day, they ready to go home. So our experience was a totally different experience until, libations start, getting passed back and forth and things of that nature. And it instantly livened up. But it was the end of the day. And they were ready to go home. You know how it is at the end of the day. You're like, man, look, I hope y'all not expecting what y'all just seen. Because we is tired and we ready to go home. So our expectations were mine, were at least. Now the boat was, like I said, everything's humongous. Maybe I've been down so long, ducking down from COVID, that the architecture has gotten just exceedingly, it looks, because I'm sure it looks out of me. But I hollered out in the elevator. I told my wife, I was like, shit, I think COVID made me taller. And a couple turned around. And it was like, bro, you crazy. What's going on, bro? Me, Chris, and Kim and Keisha. I was like, shit, I think COVID made me talk. And some people turned around. It was like, bro, you crazy. So straight to the hotel. But all right, let me go back to the boat. So it's the end of the day, ready to go home. I know they're ready to go home. And they're ready to go home. And we going scuba diving. So me and Keisha knew we was going scuba diving. That's one thing we wanted to do, so we knew we was going to do it. So we get these high tech, newfangled masks. We like, look, we don't stunt like that, but I was like, yo. She was like, I'm looking at masks, whatever, because we knew we wanted to go snorkeling. And last time we were there, we didn't, get the cleanliness of the mask and the snorkel, and so we was like, man, bump it or whatever. And so, but I mean, hey, so I said, yeah, we're gonna get our own. And so she was like, what kind you want? And so she showed me a couple of types or whatever. And I was like, yo, these are dope. It's the full face mask or whatever. So now we hadn't used them like that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So we trying to put them on. She's trying to put them on. And they not working right or whatever. So we was like, bump that, man. But it's the end of the day. And this is the hook. This is the end of the day. And the waves it's a lot more choppier. It's a lot more choppier. so the boat is rocking. The boat is rocking, and our mask is not working. So we like, man, we ditched them and just put on the goggles or whatever. And so from that they had, and they had antibacterial. They was cleaning while we was there, whatever. So it was safe. I mean, yeah, we all right, whatever. But so we used them or whatever, and so, but it was choppy as a son of a gun. It was so choppy. Listen, it was so choppy that they had them little joints that you could hold on and do the jet thing with, and you could go fast or slow with them, and they would carry you. But the hook is this: they were heavy, and of course, when you get water, they get lighter, but they were kind of heavy, and the water was so choppy that the only way you could do it is to keep it underwater. If you bring it up above water, it's not going to do what it's intended to do, which is to prepare you for it. So they had to be up underwater, but the people we were snorkeling, they didn't want to be up underwater. No one wanted to be up underwater because that's the purpose of a snorkel. So you walk out. So listen. So I'm sitting there looking. They passed out the damn machine, and when he said that they will only work if you're underwater, I was like, shit, I'm not getting up. I said, I'm not getting that thing there. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. I will not touch that because it needs to be underwater. So that means in order for it to work, you have to be underwater, and no one wants to be underwater with a stroke on. You know what I'm saying? You can go under there for a minute, but you have to instantly come back up because you have to breathe. So we get out there. And I'm still all my boys. Now they all know I'm Pride Navy. They all know, military or whatever. So, and we all talking cash money stuff. In the pool normally. That's my thing to talk about swimming because of the Navy. And they asked me, man, you had to swim. Yeah, I had to swim. They didn't do that this time, but that's something the guys do or whatever. So, but they knew that I was, and we was talking about the day before about something else. But I bet you that I was actually in the Navy. They was tripping out about that or whatever. But so I seen them instantly getting it. I was like, man, damn. Now I know damn well that this was too damn choppy to be doing any snorkeling. I'm looking at, I'm looking at my caps like, damn. Nigga, I'm looking at ways like, damn, and we gonna be out there. I'm waiting on Keisha to be like, nah, baby, this is no go. But she was like, yeah, we go. I was like, shit. I was like, okay, we gotta go. And so, as we're getting in the water, we hear my Jamaican brother's like, oh, get her. Oh boy, she go out too far. She's going. Come to find Come to find out, my boy was and sister. I'm sorry, sister. But they was hollering because they said she was going back to Florida. One of them cats whispered to me and said she was going back to Florida. I was like, what? And she had already, when I got in the water, she had already instantly crashed into my fucking. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's a huge ass ocean out here. So I was like, okay, that's gonna be that one. But it was her and another cat. I think it was two people that they just cut. After they went and got what the fuck out. Excuse me. They cut her short. They was like, all right, it's time to go back. It's time to go back down. Snorkeling. I'm saying scuba diving. If I haven't snorkeling, I miss snorkeling. Snorkeling is over. It's time for us to go home. We got to go. And I was like, man, it just, it feels good to be able to laugh, to be able to just be yourself, to release all your inhibitions and just be, just transparent with people and for people to just be rooting for you. And they don't even know you. They don't know your day to day. They really don't. All they know is secondhand information from another individual. But the individual that's giving the secondhand information cares about yourself and your queen. And so before we met them, they already understood that, man, we are already family. I mean, seriously, that's how it's been, and it's been going for years. It's like, it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good thing, man. It was a good thing. And I had second guesses about going. I was like, man, should I go or should I not go? And like I said, I talked to baby girl and we needed it, man. We both needed it. It allowed us to just unwind and just see the and then before I go, I want to talk about the party. It's a white party that they had, and when I say it's ridiculous, this is on the beach. It's on the beach. This dude sets up a big old stage on the beach, and I'll probably do it on TikTok or maybe some of these on Bold Soldiers. But it was crazy. It was just bananas. Just the atmosphere and the people and everybody had a good time. During the time I was there, except for possibly one. And that's dude the fair. That dude that failed, man. I'm telling you, dude, really, I mean, it could have been medical. How bad that dude failed, man. It was ridiculous. It was like ridiculous. And you know how kids fall and they have a cup of their head and a cup. When I said that, I couldn't sit on his head. He had a bag on his arm. And he sits on the way. It's like, what? This dude, he has hit his life. And it was, oh my God. And so after I was jumping again. But so my boy Wolf tell on me, so yeah, I was laughing the whole time. And so we all started talking like what we had done if it was us. And of course I was like, you know what I'm doing? How to jump to him like, thank you, thank you. And Jesus said she jumped up, was like, now for my next trick. And my other boy, I think he said he just laid there. He said he just lay there. He said he just lay there, but oh my God, that dude, man, that brother, that young brother. So I told you about myself. One of the dudes that was serving, he had me out the fight. And we all sitting there. We all sitting there. What to do? He ran up the back. Do I tell you what? Yo, he ran through our tables and got to run the A. And so the dude wife, the dude was trying to figure out everything. Listen, we out there just laughing. We laughing the whole time. And it was listen, Father God. I'll be that man will be done. I forgive. But they was screwing what we done. Hey, broski love, broski. And listen, when you indulging, man, if your queen tell you to slow down or whatever, bro, you one of the men that need to listen. Seriously. Cause you crashed out, bro. It was bad. It was bad. I promise you. Listen, I promise you. It was bad. My brother Ken, Tiffany, oh my God. We laughed the whole time on the boat. We could not stop laughing at this dude. And then my bro was like, he fell in slow motion. He said it took him so long to hit that ground. He said it took him so long. I'm sweating. He said it took him so long to hit that ground. And I was like, damn, he right, man. It was a long time. Yo. But broski love my brother. And I don't know if he was American. I don't know what he was. That's when he got up. I forgot. When he got up, he said some shit. He was like, and I mean, should ever remember. I was like, yo, what did he just say? He said something. And so, all right, please let me jump back one more time. So we were always talking about what we do. I was like, I was like, I was like, hey guys, are y'all aware that he's behind us? He was behind us in the water. In the water, I think he was trying to listen. Please, y'all, forgive me for this. But I think he was in the water. I think he was in the water. I think he was in the water. Trying to wipe blood. Try, Trying to wipe blood off his knees. He was in a when I when we turned around and looked at him, because when I said, hey guys, I said, hey guys, he's behind us. And we all turned around. He had a look of not defeat, but what it was one of I mean, he knew that he had made a critical error. Every time. No, he went there. He said something and cracked a joke. And I really don't remember it because when I seen him, back there, watching me, I started praying again and asking my father to forgive me for laughing at the plight of my brother. And I know that by me laughing that I'm incurring, I could incur the wrath of, this happening to me, and I hope it does not. But if it does, it'll be whatever. But I want to say, y'all, I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't be laughing at. I know we get in PC culture, and but that brother, I brought him home. I brought him home, and I in this little small ball of earth, maybe you'll see this video and see the time and know that it coincide with the time in which he was in Jamaica during that time frame. He didn't drop his name. He didn't drop his name before he left. I assume he want to remain anonymous, him and his queen. So none of us pressed to get his name. But there was some regret he expressed. There was some regret expressed that uh, one didn't have their camera out. what, what this took place. So Oh man, that's been another, that's been another disappointment. You know what's funny? You know what's funny is that me and Keisha, we were, we laughed so hard about that, and we quickly get back to the business of building each other, building upon each other, and building each other. But that wasn't even the highlight of the trip. It was, I mean, it was very, it was very educational. Because I'm not going to ever try to front or all that, man. I'm listen, y'all. When y'all see me outside, I'm just outside cooling. I ain't on nothing. On nothing. Just leave me a man alone. That's all I ask you to do. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I don't care about none of that at all. Just be a man. Leave us alone. But so I don't. I've never been that type of dude to do that, to front flex and all that other stuff. But for him to do that and just always confirm that that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show off and I'll show all that. 9 times out of 10 when I was a kid and I show it out, that's when I failed miserably every time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to get all deep about my brother tripping, but uh, it was it was hilarious. It was hilarious, but that wasn't even the highlight of the trip by no means. And just eating the food and the culture and the humility of the people and the respect and all that. You know, I mean the other stuff and Keisha and I, man, we made sure that we tip. You know what I'm saying? You know, TIP has to ensure proper service tips, and so we tip. You know. Um, as like each time that we would, got a drink or whatever, and it wasn't a lot, you know what I'm saying, $1 here, $1 there, whatever, you know what I'm saying, and I wish I was in the way, and well, no, it was more than that. I was like $5 here, $5 there, but I wish I was able to give more because it was like, man, they appreciate it, and they would work harder, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing from God, man, just to be able to do that with my baby and to get our mind off of it and go out swimming and you know what I'm saying, people get just having fun, man, and and you with fam, you with love, you know what I'm saying, it's like that, you know what I'm saying, and everybody was cool, and man, we'd go up and listen to live reggae, and I think it was Bob Marley's brother. I think someone was saying that was Bob Marley's brother. I don't know if that's true or not, but the women and the men who were singing, it was astounding. It was definitely authentic, as far as because I could see the people who are working, jamming to it, and you could tell if it's I hear it all the time. That's why I do it, or they were jamming, but they were actually out there dancing and of course they got entertainers in the crowd and stuff like that too. But I've seen like the waiters and stuff like that, and moving and stuff, and it was great. It was great to see that. It was great to hear it and to hear the bang of the drum and the percussions. We had a cat that played the steel drums, and I think I got that. And when I say this dude was cold, man, he was playing Bruno Mars on the steel drums. I'm like, man, come on, stop playing with me. Playing, I mean, just all the hits, man, the new stuff. I'm like, this dude playing Future. I'm doggone steel drums. I'm like, man, come on, man, Drake. I'm like, what the? I mean, it was banana. I don't think we got all of it, but it was a head turner. It was a head turner, and it made me understand that I got a lot of more work to do. I have to You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more living that I got to do because I want to see all that. I want to see stuff like that, man, around the world. I want to be able to have those experiences before I leave to say I've been here and I've seen this and you know to go with loved ones and people you know who want to be there and to 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 see just different cultures and different ideas. You know what I'm saying? I go back to my boy Will. He was like, man, get lost in the world. I think that's one of the craziest things I've said it time and time again. Get lost in the world, and that's what he does. And so to do stuff like that, it was an eye opener, man, and to experience that with my queen, it's like the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Because um, when God gives you something, recognize that it's God given. He gave it to you, and he created it perfectly for you. It was like you almost gave them the specs to your perfect woman, and God was like, okay, this is it. Now just understand that just like you, there's gonna be flaws because it's flaws in you. But this is to your specifications, young man. This is what you this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. And for that to be the type of woman that you have or a spouse or whatever it is that you have, it creates a understanding of that at the end of the day, it's y'all as one. Y'all two became one. It's a unit. And there will never be a, a thing that can break that. A, a commitment, a commitment that you can't break. And for you to be able to experience stuff like that with that type of person is it was like heaven on earth for me. I've never been to heaven, but I can imagine it was like this. And everywhere you look, our room we had like a little cove, little swimming little cove where you can go out and swim. We looking on our balcony, you can look down and see you know the water coming in and out, a cove, and then on the other balcony you can see the ocean and it's the ocean front or whatever. And it was just it was immaculate. You know what I'm saying? You know the room, but just the ambiance and to see and the smell and the you know what I'm saying just the swagger of it. It was oh man. And I was like, man, this is how these young brothers is rolling. You know what I'm saying? This is how y'all doing it, man. I understand why, you know what I'm saying, y'all, you know, give it y'all all in what y'all doing, but y'all got to keep God first with everything. Everything, no matter what you're doing. Keep God first. Keep God in everything that you're doing. Because if you keep God in it long enough, He'll eventually take you away from it. But you got to make decisions, you know. But until that is, keep God in everything. G-O-D. Big letters. G-O-D. He should be in everything. Every move you make, every word, it should be God. You know, I know it's, you know, we're not perfect. We're not gonna all speak every, you know, what we say, or we're not gonna do what we say and say what we do. We're not gonna do that, but speak His word. Let His word be your words, and walk on that, and talk on that, and pound that into your subconscious. It's about God. It's not about you. It's about God. It's not about you. It's about God. It's not about you. So when you get into an interaction with anybody, whether it be negative or positive, you still have that peace where you like, man, okay. You could be on that type of time, but you making the choice not to. Doesn't diminish who you are. So we had a blast. We had a blast. Well needed. Ready to go on another one. But I'm excited. I'm excited, man. Everybody had a ball, man. We seen Michael Jackson impersonator. I mean, it was dope. It was dope. But that's a long video, hour and 15. So let me get up off here. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It's to inspire, educate, and uplift you, motivate and encourage you. And at the end of the day, bring some humor to your life. But love you guys, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.